Hi, I would like to demonstrate to you one of the latest features that's been added to JCB. A feature request was made about 11 days ago, auto-generate update SQL. After a lengthy discussion, the decision was made to add the feature, and I am basically done doing so. Now first let me give you some background so you can understand where we're coming from. When you create a component in Joomla, then usually you have a set of views, and these views in the back end are linked to a set of tables. And so on the installation of the component, for example, if we do so here with JCB, it actually builds the tables for those views on installation. So that then, if you go to the back end of the component and you create a new item, it actually stores the value in the database so that it can be retrieved. That's very basic. The reality is, if you as a developer make a change to this component, which involves new tables, then obviously you'd need to add extra script to your components package so that upon installation, if it finds that there is already an existing component, it will actually update the database accordingly to the new settings, the new tables or any fields added or so forth. So we're going to demonstrate this. In JCB, there used to be a way to do that, which still works by the way, and it was a manual way, a way for you to manually add the new SQL statements that are needed to make the update. It was done under this version updates tab. So you would click on the version updates tab, and here you would add your specific SQL query script, and upon installation, if the existing version is below this update, it will grab this and install it into the database, creating the new tables and so forth. So what I'm going to do now is, you'll see that at the moment this admin view has only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 views. I'm going to add another view to this component. You can see it doesn't have these buttons ticked. I do not know how to resolve this. It seems like this is a Joomla problem because there are multiple columns in this view. Because if you close it and click it again, it actually fixes that anyway. That's just by the way. So now here I'm going to add a new view called help documents and just make some minor changes to the defaults, add it to the 7th position, and then click save and click save again. So now we basically add a new view, which means a new table to the database, but we haven't written any of the SQL, because with the new changes this is going to be done for you automatically on the moment you compile this component. So let's do that. So now here we are. We're going to again compile this component. You see its version is still 4.1 or 1.4.1. So we're compiling it. Now what the system is doing is it's checking the history, and it's making a lot of calculations to dynamically realize that there's been a new table, increment the version number, and if I now install this component and I go and open that component, I'll see that the new view is here. If I open the view, there's no errors. If I create new, it'll automatically start behaving the way that is expected, and that is really, well, let's say text and then hi. So we are targeting the external sources. So forgot a few other things here, and as you can see, the database already stores the values, and the new table is actually therefore in the database and working as expected. Now you realize that this means that our JCB component has been updated. So if I refresh this page, you'll see that the version number has been incremented, and if you open the version updates and scroll down, you'd see that 1.4.1 got this new creating of a help document table, and a new version got allocated here. Obviously we do not know what is this link, and so we add this demo link here, which you'll need to manually update still. But that is by far a tremendous improvement. Okay, this also works not only with the adding of a new view, but also if you were to add a field to an existing view. So let me demonstrate that quickly. So I'm going to be adding a new field to the preacher view. Simply going to select any field, since I'll remove it again. Let's call it image. Yeah. And I'm just going to add this to left 1. Okay, so that must be then 2. And save and close. So now I've added a new field to preachers, and again I'll be going to the compiler, and I'll select the component and just compile. And again, since it detected there's been a field change, it incremented the version number. And if I install the component and we go to the component, into the preachers view, we'll now see that new field actually there, image. And if I was to select an image and save, you'll see that it really, oops, I see I actually missed it. The reason was that this component didn't have any history, so I had to go and make a few changes. Taking into account that you're building a component from the ground up, it will have history. So this is only going to be happening when you have installed a component via the import function in the components, or maybe you're using the demo component. So what I would advise is just open all the views and save them at least once, so that there is history recorded for that view. That is one of the drawbacks. There's really no way for me to negate that issue, since the history of each of these different items, being at the admin view and the fields, actually needs to be created the moment that you save the item, and it really can't be done before then. Okay, so taking that into account, I'll recompile it again. I fixed that, so it should increment it to 1.4.3. Now we'll just install that again. Going back, refreshing the preacher, we'll see that image field is back. I will select an image, click save, and now you'll see that it actually does store the data for this image, because if we refresh the component, we'll see that it is again incremented the version. If I open the update area, you'd see that it actually added this new altering of the preacher table, adding the image field, and it is also added the new version to this list. Okay, so that is a quick demonstration of this new feature, automated feature. It is in its very beta phase. We're obviously still going to be working at it to make sure that it's completely stable. So please take a go at it. If you find any bugs, look for other open issues which maybe someone already reported, and start commenting on that, what you think should be done. And if you don't find any, then please open an issue and let us fix this issue. I think this will be a tremendous improvement to JCB, making it again one of the best Joomla component developing tools out there today, where it even is writing your update SQL for you, just by you busy working and improving your component without being concerned about that. Thank you for watching.